Grace Beecham, 10 years old, involved in a high-speed RTC. Transferred by air ambulance, which crashed.
Traumatic brain injury.
Chances?
That's not looking good. You're gonna have to tell her that Grace might not be all right.
2 poxy years. That's all you've got.
730 whole days, Robin. Pick your count.
You need to rest. No, you're not fine.
There's a band 7 spot that's opening up.
Oh, no. My days in the ED are long over.
They could really use you.
We're running out of time. It's okay. I've got this. She's so cold.
It's too late. Just let me go. Just let me go.
No!
Just let me go.
No!
Just let me go.
Connie.
No!
Just let me go. Just let me go.
Connie. Are you okay? Do you want me to get you a doctor?
Why? What's happened?
Nothing. It sounded like you're in pain.
You try sleeping on this.
Guy ran an EEG yesterday.
Yeah, there was some runs of seizure activity, but the EEG is becoming more normal.
So her brain's functioning.
Well, we won't know until she wakes up, so.
But if her intracranial pressure's dropping, then that means they must be thinking of reducing the anesthetic, bring her out of the coma.
It's been discussed, yeah.
I'm afraid they've run out of milk, so black is the new latte. There we go. Sorry, I didn't know what time you were arriving. You'd better have this.
Oh, it's good. I'm okay.
No, go on. It's not pretty, but it's strong. I'm sure your brain is still 5 hours behind your body. Right, I'd better get on. You know where I am if you need me.
You know, you didn't have to walk me all the way to it.
It means I get to spend more time with you, doesn't it?
I'm sorry my shifts have been so crazy.
Right, don't worry about it. Right then, I'll see you in T-minus 12 hours.
You sure you don't mind?
If you're in your bed and I'm in mine, then one of us is in the wrong place. Yeah. See you later.
See you later.
Looks like there's a storm brewing.
Really? I hadn't noticed.
Uh-huh. Because you definitely have your head in the clouds.
What time is it?
7.
Oh, What happened to goodbye tension, hello pension? Today's the first day of the rest of our lives.
What have you done with my clothes?
Though we're going, we don't need clothes.
Jan!
There's a pile for charity in the spare room. We'll go shopping this afternoon. Get you kitted out for the trip. What do you think? I'm calling it Capri Sun.
Isn't that a sort of juice?
I thought we could take one last dip, then it's out of the hot tub, into the hot springs.
Have you looked out the window?
Bit of rain never hurt anyone. Last one in's an old git. Oh, tell me you haven't spent all night in ITU.
Tell me you haven't accepted a job here.
Is that this morning's crossword?
Curious to a fault. 4 letters.
Come on, Charlie. When did you last get a proper night's sleep, huh?
Sleep's overrated.
Any news?
Yeah.
How's Mrs. Beecham doing?
Sorry, not much to report at the moment. But then they do say no news is good news, don't they?
Still waiting, Roy boy. Come on in, the water's fine. Bene dell'acqua. Bubbles provided. No need to contribute.
Come inside.
I don't want to. You can't make me. I'm retired.
For goodness sake, Jan, the storm's very close.
Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass, Roy. It's about dancing in the rain.
Get in here, you daft woman.
That was incredible. Did you see that, Roy? Roy? Roy!
That'll be Charlie cracking the whip.
Can't rush breakfast. Isn't it weird how Alicia labels her food?
Oh, mate.
I think it makes it taste better.
Makes it taste beautiful.
Jess, can we get started, please?
Yeah.
3006 from Control, emergency call to 15 Sandham Hill. Male with lightning strike injury. Patient is conscious. Over.
Ready to roll, boss? Ian.
3006, have you received our last message? Over.
Well, don't leave the man hanging. Come on.
3006 Control. Can you repeat that? Over.
Her lips are so dry. Make sure she gets hourly mouth care. Sheets need changing. Of course, Mrs. Beecham. I'll take that. Hemoglobin's 11. She's on fluids. Just gave her daily blood tests. 12. 11.5. 11. It's been consistently falling for a few days.
Which makes sense given the hemo, dilation, or other injuries, daily blood tests.
Now, get Guy in here.
Connie, this isn't your department.
It could be an occult bleed.
You're overreacting.
She needs a CT. Chest, abdomen, pelvis. Now! He's on the conservatory roof. You could hurry.
Right, we need the fire crew, please, yes?
He's confused. Can't move his legs.
Right, where did he fall from? And he was hit by lightning?
I think so, but he was inside.
Well, lightning travels through pipes, electric cables, metal window frames, anything conductive's fair game, really.
The fire lads are on their way.
Good.
Roy, don't move.
OK, we can't wait. Have you got any rope or anything? Right, I need to get him secured before that glass gives way.
Looks like a severe sprain, but she is Ottawa positive, so let's do an X-ray to make sure it's not a fracture, all right?
Charlie.
Yeah.
Bacon, extra brown sauce. I'll leave in the office.
Keep it. You got a full house upstairs.
Sam's here.
Flight arrived this morning.
Any changing, Grace? How's Connie coping?
Your guess is as good as mine. Sorted that X-ray yet, David?
Yes, X-ray.
We're all hoping for good news. Same time tomorrow?
You sure you're up to it? Same time tomorrow.
Easy, Ian, easy.
Careful, mate.
Ian, are you okay? Yeah, all good.
You shouldn't be here.
It's okay, Miss Hills. I'm a paramedic, all right? I'm here to help you.
What's happening? Is he all right?
Yeah, almost there, Mrs. Hills. Just give me a minute.
I won't tell you again, Tom.
Okay, I need you to stay nice and still for me.
Get
Mr.
back.
Hills, okay, nice and still.
I said, get back.
No!
Roy!
Mr. Hills, don't try to move. Stay very still.
She needs surgery. I have a theatre slot this afternoon. And you do the operation. Is that a problem?
Her cerebral pressure is the problem. Putting her on bypass is questionable at best.
Risk managing my specialism again, Mr. Self. I thought after what happened last week.
That's hardly relevant.
Sorry, guys, but what's going on?
It seems Grace has a small tear on her aorta.
Right, Mr. Hills.
Careful, Tom. Easy does it.
He mentioned Tom earlier.
He's our son. He died 10 years ago. He never talks about him. This confusion, is it just temporary from the shock? Excuse me, this confusion, is it just temporary?
Mrs. Hills, I'm so sorry.
It's my fault.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Just look after Roy.
Are you sure?
Please.
Okay, Jess, we need to switch. You drive.
What?
What? It's a complicated case.
Mate, I've got it covered.
I haven't got time to argue.
How was this missed?
Well, there was nothing on Grace's initial films.
A pseudoaneurysm has formed around the tear, so any bleeding thus far has been minimal.
Goes right, we wait.
The aneurysm could expand and rupture. You of all people should know the implications.
The swelling on the brain is decreasing.
Well, exactly. So if we can give her more time to heal.
Mr. Self has a history of poor judgment when it comes to cardiothoracics.
Given your recent track record in theatre,
Her aorta needs to be our priority.
What is the point of a functioning heart without a functioning brain?
Says the man who has neither.
Right, stop! That's enough!
I'll book theatre. It'll give you a few hours to decide either way.
Right. Thank you. I'm sure if we put our heads together.
No, this is my decision.
Connie, I'm her father.
You're a sperm donor, nothing more.
Connie.
No, not now, Jacob.
Thomas?
Oh, they're called Lichtenberg figures. They're ruptured capillaries from the electrical charge. It's just superficial.
All right in the back.
He's in SVT.
What does that mean?
It means your husband's heart's beating very fast. Okay. Right, I need to start carotid massage. Can we get there ASAP, please, Jace?
I'm so sorry, Connie. If there's anything I can do. What you research?
Time.
Time?
Any more than 45 minutes on circulatory arrest could affect Gracie's neuropsychological function, and if they run out of time...
Why would they?
Prolonged THCA can trigger biochemical alterations and causing neuronal degeneration, cell death, or both.
Jack's an experienced surgeon.
It's not an exact science.
You should prepare for all eventualities, but you need to focus on the most positive. Look, I know this is difficult, but that's the kind of advice we give day in, day out.
Yes, Mayor.
I'll come with you.
No, please.
Look, I'll go to your place. Check your messages, get you a change of clothes. It could be a long night.
Right, this is Roy Hills, 70. Contact injuries from a lightning strike followed by 2 falls, both of 3 meters. His BP dropped to 80/40 during a run of SVT en route. We rectified that with some carotid sinus massage. GCS 14, he's complaining of superficial cuts plus weakness in his legs.
Dropping what?
Pulse 116, he's sat at 96%. Right. Which bed, please?
What's his initial BP?
2.
140/85.
Right, he'll need a full trauma survey, urgent repeat ECG, chest
He's back in
X-ray.
SVT.
6 milligrams of adenosine, please.
Still in SVT despite 18 milligrams of adenosine.
Okay, we do need to cardiovert him.
Do you want sedation?
Yep, the 50 milligrams propofol.
Will somebody tell me what's happening?
Okay, we're gonna shock your husband's heart so that it can go back into a normal rhythm.
Set the defib to synchronized shock, charge to 100.
Charging. Clear. Shocking. 100 given, no change.
Charge to 120.
Charging. Clear. Shocking. Back in sinus.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
I just saw Mrs. Beecham. She looks terrible.
In the department?
Yeah. Do you think something's happened?
Well, let's not go jumping to conclusions, shall we? You pulled up that X-ray? Yeah. All right, let's go and have a word with Mrs. Austin.
Hey, how's he doing?
Who?
Your patient, the lightning guy.
Oh, yeah, still early days, yeah.
Any interesting symptoms or side effects?
Like what?
Oh, I don't know. Can he generate and magnify external, localized electromagnetic phenomena by manipulating intense bioelectric fields generated by his body, for example?
If you mean as he turned into Thor, then no.
Black Lightning, actually. A true hero. He restarted Superman's heart, and he's Batman trained in close combat.
Right, he's also fictional, yeah?
Okay, Mr. Hills, your heart is back in a stable rhythm.
But your BP is still a little low, so no sudden movements, please.
He was very confused earlier.
Stop fussing, Jan.
There are some temporary symptoms associated with lightning strikes. The current may have blown a couple of fuses.
You gave me such a shock.
No sense of irony, my wife.
Okay, chest x-ray, echo and bloods look good. Your analysis was NAD. Robin, make a start on Mr. Hill's facial lax, and I'll make arrangements with CCU. I won't be long.
I'm supposed to be flying to Italy tomorrow. I'm guessing I'll need to contact the airline and reschedule.
Once we've found a bed for you upstairs, then you will be admitted, overnight at least.
You should just cancel it.
Why would I do that?
Can't you see this was a wake-up call? A bolt from the blue?
You've been promising me this trip for over a decade. As soon as you retired, you said. The universe has shaken you to awaken you.
It's a dangerous world out there, Jan.
Work was just an excuse, wasn't it? You never had any intention of going.
I don't want to. You can't make me. I'm retired.
I've had years of this. He never wants to go anywhere, do anything.
What's Italy got that Holby hasn't?
Let's just keep this nice and calm, okay?
It's okay. I'll go. Leave you in peace.
You have one new message. Message 1.
We got Stephanie resus and she's in a bad way. You're not answering your phone. Where are you? You need to call me as soon as you get this. I'm really worried about you.
You all right? Have you got someone here?
My daughter, Grace, is in ITU.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's she like, Grace? It's hard with all the tubes and machines, but who they are is just as important as how they are. Doctors and nurses forget that sometimes.
She's very smart. Very funny. And very pretty. She plays the violin badly. I think it's on purpose most of the time. And now she wants a poppy. Of course I've told her she can have a poppy.
She often gets her own way.
Oh, all the time.
So she doesn't give up easy. Is her father here?
It's complicated.
Look. Don't do this on your own. Not if you don't have to. If two people can share one umbrella, they can survive the storm together.
Right. Let's get you inside. That's okay. Can we get some help here, please?
What are you doing?
We need to get her into resus.
What's happened?
She's tachycardic, and heart rate's 120. All right.
Connie, we can handle this.
Let's just get her into the bed.
Jan,
all right.
What's happened? Is she all right?
Right, she's going to need FBCs, U's and E's, LFTs, chest X-ray, arterial blood gases.
Connie, we've got this.
Connie, you're not on duty.
No, I'm needed here.
I know you want to fix things, make things better.
Yeah, no, I can help her.
Decreased breath sounds on the right. Looks like a tension pneumothorax. Cannula, please.
Do you want some local?
No time.
You shouldn't be here. Let's get you back upstairs. Come on, you know I'm right. Come on.
Small scratch, Mrs. Hill.
Chest drain, please.
I can't do it, Charlie. I can't do it. It's the dream. I can't go through this again. I thought I'd lost her in the crash, and now she's going to die on the table. I saw it. Her heart, Jack, everything's the same, except I can't wake up.
Our dreams represent our deepest fears. It doesn't mean anything.
No, she's going to die.
As a doctor, what advice would you give yourself? You know the answer. You need to act on it.
Chest drain is swinging nicely.
Securing it. Yep, sats are improving and pulse is up to 100.
Nice work. Well done, everyone.
Can I stay with her? I want her to know I'm here.
Of course. I'll arrange something. She'll need an X-ray, Robin.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Oh, you look terrible.
Thanks, I needed that.
Yeah, you should take a break. Nice biscuit, cup of tea.
Actually, I do have some admin to catch up on.
So go. Sit. You're making me feel tired just looking at you.
We should see how it goes, but yeah, let's go ahead with the procedure, okay? Grace is
Connie.
not gonna give up easily. Oh shit, what's happened?
Her hemoglobin's down to 8. They've run more tests. Connie, wait. Let them do their jobs.
It's good that you're both here.
The chest X-ray is showing a small right-sided pleural effusion. With the decrease in hemoglobin and hematocrit, it looks like the pseudoaneurysm has started leaking.
Which does complicate things.
Or clarifies them. She needs surgery. The sooner the better.
No, wait,
I thought you just said this was the way to go.
Not like this.
Mr. Self and I are in agreement.
Yes, and that's saying something. You know, this really is the only course of action.
No, but
It's okay, Connie, I've got this.
What did you just say?
I've got this.
As soon as you sign the consent forms, they'll prep Grace for theatre.
The gesture will help you breathe, Mrs. Hills.
You fractured a rib and punctured your lung. Have you had a full reason?
I had a bit of a bump with the ambulance door.
What kind of a bump?
It was an accident. I don't think he could hear me.
Can I leave this with you, please?
Yeah, sure.
Why didn't you say something sooner?
I wanted to go to Italy.
At least this proves my point.
It's a dangerous world out there. Hardly. Life's too short. I can't keep living on hold.
What do you mean?
Bad things happen to people, even when they are careful.
That's not true.
You got struck by lightning when you were inside, safe as houses. And I got knocked over by a blooming ambulance.
What are you saying?
Dangerous things happen even when we are taking care.
That's daft.
Says who?
One cup of tea shaken, not...
You spoke about Tom earlier, when you were confused. You know what happened to him was an accident.
He should have been driving slower, being more careful. I can't just forget what happened to him.
Why the heck not? Tom was funny and silly and soft as butter. He wouldn't want you remembering him with tubes and machines and all that nonsense. He was a prime-time player with major league swag.
Swag?
That's the one. If he was here right now, you know what he'd say to you?
What?
Get a life, Pops. You found your comfort zone with your suits and your numbers and your responsible job. But when was the last time you did something for the first time?
First time I ever got hit by lightning.
Your wake-up call. Your bolt from the blue. Maybe Tom was trying to tell you something.
Go with a bang, not a whimper.
I'm game. If you are.
Ian! Ian!
Right, Chuckles, didn't see you there.
Didn't see me, didn't hear me.
What are you doing?
Which is louder?
Neither. So you can take your castanets and flamenco.
I hear there was a bump with an ambulance door.
Oh, gossip at an all-time low, is it?
Let me examine your ears.
Lily, I haven't got time for this.
Yes, you do. I was the one who examined you after the crash. I don't want to be held responsible for missing anything.
I'm fine.
The same cannot be said of Jan Hills, who suffered a broken rib and needed emergency treatment for a pneumothorax.
Right. Is she okay?
No thanks to you.
Look, Lily, it's all sorted. Jez has taken over the driving.
So you acknowledge you're not fit to work?
It was an accident.
Now, if it happens again.
It won't.
Then let me examine you.
Do I have a choice? Jack?
We're taking Grace to theatre.
See you soon, sweetheart. It's okay.
I'll update you as soon as I can.
For when she wakes up. It's her favourite, isn't it?
Let me go.
Stop, wait! I'm coming with you.
You're not serious?
Can't believe it.
You really think this is a good idea?
You don't mind, do you, Jack?
I can always rely on you to keep me on my toes.
I think you're making a mistake.
It's my family, my decision.
The eardrum is definitely perforated, but it looks like the tear is already healing. There are signs of infection in the middle ear, so you need to start on a course of antibiotics.
And that's it?
You sound disappointed.
Of course not.
I'll sign you off work for a while.
Oh, there's no need for that.
Otitis media can affect your balance. You could have a more serious accident. You need to take better care of yourself.
Yeah, well, what if I don't want to? Lily, there's 3 of the HEMS team plus 5 others in the morgue. 2 of them are paramedics. Connie's little one's up on ITU and I'm off the booze for a week.
You can't change what happened.
I know that.
You need to turn this into something positive.
Positive?
If I lose a patient, I make sure it pushes me to improve, to become a better doctor. It's a way of honoring them, of moving forward. You can't change what happened, but you can redefine it.
Is Charlie in his office?
Yeah, but he's working on an urgent report. Now's not a good time.
Oh, but it'll only take a second.
Charlie, all right?
Yeah, he's absolutely fine.
It's really busy.
Look, this really is urgent.
Robin, now is not a good time.
No, but the universe has shaken me to awaken me. Charlie?
Any news on Grace? Yes, I've actually just had a text from Connie.
Well, perhaps you could give us all an update, Charlie. Then it's back to work, okay?
Grace's music, please.
I'm afraid Grace has to go back into theatre.
What? Why?
They discovered a small tear on her aortic arch, the bleed from which was being contained within a pseudo-aneurysm, which they hoped would buy Grace more time for recovery, but unfortunately it started leaking, so they're going to have to take her back into theatre.
Is she strong enough for that?
Well, they're worried that the operation might increase the swelling to the brain.
That sounds bad, Charlie.
So Grace is on bypass. There's no blood flowing to her heart. And they've cooled her body to keep her brain protected.
How's Mrs. Beecham?
Well, she's with Grace. She's been very strong for her. And her dad is here as well. For families, I think the waiting is about the worst part. And all we can do really is send our best hopes and thoughts to Grace and her family. And let's not forget the surgeons who literally have her heart in their hands. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, and it's always difficult when it's one of our own. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Charlie.
She's back for seconds.
You could at least try and play hard to get.
Your self-certificate and these. 3 a day for a week.
Well, you've got to support your local DNA.
Grace is back in theatre. An aortic arch pseudoaneurysm. I thought you want to know.
Poor kid, man.
Don't get mad. Get better. Okay?
What's up with you, sick note?
Perforated eardrum. My balancing mirror in a shot.
Ah, okay. So that's why you've been ignoring me.
It has its advantages. So I'm gonna take a few sick days and then some leave.
What? You're not seriously gonna leave me here on my own, are you?
Oh. See this? It's world's smallest violin.
You gonna miss me?
Yeah, like an idiot misses the point.
What?
Exactly. Time to become a man, Running Wolf.
How are you feeling?
A bit more human. Thanks to you.
Let him sleep, for when he wakes, he shall move mountains or make rousing speeches. Not long till home time. I trust you'll be going back to yours for some shut-eye.
No, I couldn't. Not till I know.
Hope and anchor, is it?
Well, I suppose it'll just have to be.
Don't know how you do it. I'll let you get on. Nasopharyngeal temp is 12. She's had methylprednisolone, thiopental, and cardioplegia. She's in hypothermic circulatory arrest. Let's stop the pump, start the clock. We have 45 minutes. Cross clamps, please.
Another large brandy, neat.
You better make that a black coffee.
What are you doing there, Charlie?
I was going to ask you the same question. Grace is in surgery.
You know Connie's in there with her, right?
I know.
So? I'm taking a step back. That's what she wants.
Jacob.
No, she made it pretty clear. Twice.
That may be true. The fact is, this operation is complicated and risky. If Grace... If Grace doesn't make it and you're not there, how are you going to feel?
We're running out of time.
Just finishing up now.
What just happened?
Fresh suture, please.
Jack, can you salvage the graft?
The graft is fine. Trioproline, please. Can someone assist Mrs. Beecham? Focus, please. We can't lose any more time. Music off. Hey, good morning. Where's Charlie?
Yeah, he's over there.
Hiya.
Where's he? Homemade. Doctor's orders. I told him I'd text him as soon as we hear
Much
it.
obliged.
I'll get these. What are you drinking?
Lime and lemonade.
One lime and lemonade coming up.
White wine.
We thought it might be a long night, and no one wanted to play Open Monopoly.
Did you do this?
I might have mentioned we'd be stopping by. They asked. They're all worried about Grace, and they wanted to come and be a rock
A bare rock or something equally soppy?
Hey, I am 2 reigning champion. You remember Charlie? I've got 2 hotels on Farm Mead.
How much can you charge for that? You'd have to pay me to stay on Farm Mead. Deal me in.
What's happened?
The suture snapped.
What suture?
It's my fault.
Is she okay?
It's my fault. I let this happen.
I think we should go somewhere tomorrow.
You're working, aren't you?
Nope.
Since when?
Since I spoke to Charlie and got a few weeks off.
Seriously?
Life's too short.
Yeah. Got that memo.
You go out with this rebel much?
No, I don't drink, really. Do you know, drinking soft drinks in a pub can be as expensive as drinking alcohol. It costs only 20p for the syrup, and then they charge you 10 times that.
What a racket.
Grace is going to be okay, isn't she? It's hard when you don't know whether or not they're going to be okay.
Have you got kids?
Son. We don't speak much. It's been 2 years now.
2 years?
It was a tricky breakup.
Yeah, still, shouldn't stop you seeing him or talking to him, if that's what you want.
How much longer?
They've got to put her back on the pump, warm her up.
She's dead. I know she's dead.
Please stop saying that.
Her heart pinked up nicely. They're warming her up now.
You salvaged the graft?
Yes. I put some extra sutures in.
She's gonna be okay.
She's stable. She's doing well.
Can we see her?
As soon as she's back in recovery, she's all yours.
Thank you so much.
Yes! This feels just like waiting the other week. And they say lightning never strikes twice.
Oh, that's a myth, actually. Lightning strikes the Earth around 6,000 times a minute, so it could be 10 minutes or longer than 1,000,000 years. But eventually you... Oh, sorry. Bit of a storm chaser.
Hello, Jack.
Where's Jack?
Jack Naylor? She's a heart surgeon.
Okay, right. Yeah, you too. It went well. Long way to go, but she's back in ITU and she's stable. Right. The time you lot headed off home. Most of you got to be back in here very soon.
Good night, Charlie.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Charlie.
No, I don't.
Night. Hi, Rosa. It's me. David. Your ex, David. Could you call me back, please? Thanks.
Come on then, old man. Time for you to hit the hay.
No. Pointless me going home. I want to sleep.
Oh, you're not seriously going to pull another all-nighter?
Yeah, it looks that way.
Okay. Come on then. I always wanted a couple of houses on Edwalton.
Serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you got stuff you've always wanted to do?
What do you mean, like a bucket list?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, I hadn't thought about it.
Really? I've had a vision board since I was a kid with pictures of places I wanted to go and things I wanted to do.
Well, show me them. Maybe we can take a few things off together.
Like Euro Disney? I've always wanted to go to Euro Disney.
Is your name Ariel? Because we mermaid for each other.
That's terrible. Do you really think you'd be up for it?
Are you kidding? Let's go pack now.
But you've got to fight now, Grace. Okay? You've got to fight as hard as you can. Because we're all here waiting for you. Me, Daddy, Jacob, and this little guy, look. I've called him Sid. You know I'm not very good at names. But he's gonna need a lot of love. So you've got to get better. You've got to get better and come home.
Go online now at BBC Three for thrilling new high-stakes Australian dramas set in the near future. Clever Man will have you gripped from the very start. Here tomorrow at 9, courtroom drama with Ross in the dock. The fate of our hero hangs in the balance when Poldark continues on BBC One. Next night, the rousing finale of The Last Night of the Proms.